Hey, insight number 2. Now I picked this one because it's got one of my favourite words in it, which, you could say, well, whatever, that's through a lot of the scriptures, but I really like the scripture, so that's why I picked this one. 121 verse 29, and it reads, "All thrones and dominions, principalities and powers shall be revealed and set forth upon all who have endured valiantly for the gospel of Jesus Christ." So this is responding to Joseph here and saying, look, if you remain faithful, which is really hard to do right now, but if you remain faithful, if you remain valiant, if you have valiantly endured this and not lost your cool about it, and not given up on Christ, because he hasn't given up on you, if you can stick through this, everything. You're entitled to everything that you could ever imagine, which, cool, but at the time you're like, right now I just want to, nice bed and get out of this place. That's what he'd be thinking, right? I just want to be back with my family. And I think that's part of it too, is it's not about wanting riches and lots of worldly things. It's about wanting those simple things, like being with your family or being with your friends if your family's not that great. That kind of thing. Or wanting friends. Maybe you just want friends. I don't know. But valiant is one of my favorite words. And how are you valiantly enduring? Right? Because it's a tough one. I don't know that I always valiantly endure, but I think that's why I really like the word valiant. I like it mostly because when I was a kid, in primary we were, because I'm a child of the 70s, we were sunbeams, which I think they still have, but sunbeams, and I have a sunbeam smile for Jesus, and I love smiling for Jesus. It was awesome. And then we had star A and star B, and that was when you were like 4 and 5, not 3, which was sunbeams or whatever. And then you were something, I can't remember what else, but then suddenly when you got into senior primary, you were valiant, and you were valiant 8, 9, 10 and 11. I think that was the 4 years before you went up into youth. And I was like, I'm valiant. What's a valiant? Because in New Zealand there's a lot of cars called Valiant, or there were, because they're Australian made. Holdens were Valiant. I'm like, I'm a car? What? And I'm like, okay, I want to know what this word is more. So I remember asking my granddad, what does it mean to be valiant? And he explained it to me, like he always did, over-explaining, but really worked well for my brain. And I really remember that, and I love that word valiant, and I thought that's one to really be, of all the things you're going to be, valiant's probably one of the more important ones. Like cheerfully valiant, like it's probably one of the best ones you can be, whatever you do, because it's just it's keeping your relationship with Christ, right? So what is valiant? So to be valiant is to show courage and determination independently of all things. So no matter what is going on, you will show courage and determination. You will get the job done, you will find a way, you will work with the Lord, and you will get it done. To be valiant in the Lord's eyes means to keep getting up no matter how often you fall or get knocked down. And he will find you and he will help you up. And he will wait for you. Like if you, how many of us have been on one of those treks with a group of people, especially on school camps? And I'm not a fast walker, and I don't really like going on long walks. You can tell by my size. I am not an exercisey person. I like a walk, but I like just sort of meander around and look at the flowers, look at the trees. I don't want to be hoofing it up with a big backpack up a hill just to get to the top to see the view. I'll take my time, thank you. So I was generally always at the back and getting like, oh, come on, and I wasn't the worst one. There was a couple of us back there, and I'm like, you know what? Just chill, right? I am valiantly doing this. I am taking my time. I am doing it at my pace. So what I really love about the valiant part of it is there is no rush from the Lord. You do it in the time you can do it. It is not a race. It is a journey. And I love that about it. And if he's leading the pack and you're at the back of it and you've fallen behind, he will stop, come back for you, love you, and be like, let's just wait. And everyone else in the group is just like, it's okay, we'll wait for you. And that's what's so amazing about being valiant and that whole Christ relationship around that. I hope that I explained that better. Anyway, so yeah, I'll put down no pity party, or just a little one, because sometimes we have a little pity party when we fall over or get knocked down. We're like, yeah, I don't like this. And then it's like, well, okay, big girl pants on, let's get going. That's what valiant is, to keep going. We're allowed a pity party, but little one, right? And keep pushing forward, eyes on Christ, and focus eternally. Now, Boyd K. Packer, he said, take hold of your life and order yourself to be valiant. So take hold of your life and order yourself to be valiant. And I don't know if he entirely meant, and he probably meant both, whether you order it as in you like give an order to yourself, you are going to be valiant, you are going to do this, you can do this, and both, I think both, to organize yourselves so that you can be valiant easily or more easily because of the preparation you've done. So I think it's both, but I just love that, and I've had that around for a while. I have a ton of quotes on being valiant, and I've marked all the scriptures on being valiant. I love the hymns about that. It resonates with me, right? It's a very much a Star Wars Jedi mentality, like keep going, don't give up, fight to the end. It's never over. Like good is always with you. Jesus is always with you. Yeah, so take hold of your life and order yourself to be valiant, and I've underlined valiant. So that's my thoughts on that. I'd love to hear what you think about the word valiant. I feel there's a book in me around valiant, but I don't know how we get there, and should I write it, maybe no one will even ever read it, but you know, that's not the point, is it? It's still my opinion. Okay, hang around for the next one. It's good.